Hello everybody. Today we are going to design this home page. This is known as Angular home page. So let us see the design, why this page is known as Angular home page. Let us understand. If you closely watch this home page, you will see that it has a Angular sliding tackle here, that you can see over here at the right side. It has a Angular slide, right? You can see. So it also have the hovering menu bar, right? And it has the header portion, mid section. The mid section has been separated in the left side and the right side, right? And it has a Angular slide. That is why it is known as Angular home page. You can see it has a hover effect, and also at the bottom it has the footer. So we are going to design this home page today using the HTML and CSS. So let us start without wasting any more time. So before I start, I will again request you, do subscribe my channel. If you have not subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe it and share it with your friend and support me. Let us start. First we are going to create the header section. And also we are going to have the mid section. And at last we will be having the footer. As I told you, this page is divided into three parts: header, mid and the footer. Right, now let us write the CSS. So we have to write the CSS inside the style, inside the style tag, style opening and style closing, and the style tag must be placed inside the header, inside the head, that you can see over here. Inside the head tag we will place the style tag, and inside the style opening and closing tag we are going to write the CSS. So let us declare the property and value for the header. So I have used the ID selector, and this particular div will be recognized by the name header. So let us write here. So we are going to write the CSS for this div. So the CSS property that we are going to use, that will be height. So height will be 150 px, right? And after that background color. So you will put a background color here. Let it be this color, right? Now here we will write the CSS for the footer. The footer will also have the height not 150 px, but it will be 80 px, right? And the background color will be same, right? And now let us give the CSS property for the mid section. So here I will write mid. How much height? So I have to deduct 150 px plus 80 px, that is 230 px. So here I will write, I will use the calc method because I will take the height 100%. minus 230px, right? Now let us see how it looks now. Now this is how it will look. You can see the header portion, the mid section and the footer, right? Now just right here, inside the header I will have the heading. So the header will be divided into two parts, right? So top portion will be the h1 heading, right? So I will write this thing here inside the h1 heading, right? And under this h1 heading another div will be there, that is the menu div, right? So this div will be identified as the name menu, right? So now we have to write the CSS property, right? Because for the h1 div, h1 heading tag, also for the menu div. So here I will write header h1, right? And margin will be 0px, right? Line height, that will be 80px, right? Text align, that will be center, right? Now let me see how it looks. Just you can see this is how it will look. So if I write here color white, now let's see how it looks. Fine. Now I will change this font style so that it will look good, much better. So here I will declare font face, right? Now you can see inside this folder I have a font folder, and this many number of font I have downloaded from the internet. From this many number of fonts I will use this particular font. So for that, what we need to do, the first thing that we have done over here, that is we have declared the font face. Now here I will write src url. Now I will search that font here. So the font that I am going to assign, that will be found inside the font folder, and inside the font folder let me find the font. So this font I am going to use. Now how can I call this font, right? I have to call this font. No, for that I have to define a user defined name under the font family group. Now here I will use the font family group and I will assign a user defined name. So the name let me assign as font1. So by this name I can call this font face so that I can use this font style to anywhere. So now I am going to use the font style to this h1 heading tag. So how can I do that? Simply I will write here font family font1, right? So you can see I have created the font face. I have given the name for this font face, that is font1, and font face will carry this font. So I will use this font face by calling this font1 under the font family member that I have done over here. You can see for this h1 heading what I have done, I have used the font family group and I have called the font1, that is this font1. Now font1, this font1 will do what this font1 will do. This font will be carried and apply to this h1 heading tag, that will be applicable for this h1 heading tag. Now let us see how it looks. Now you can see the font has been applied to this h1 heading tag, right? Now here I will add the CSS for this menu div. So just here, so here I am going to write the menu. So just let me write. I will take the height. How much height? Height will be 70 px, right? Height will be 70 px, and I will give a background color. The background color will be, let's say, this color. Okay, this will be the background color. So let me see how it looks. Now you can see this is how it will look, right? Okay, now you can see under this menu div, what I will do, I will just add the another list, because I have to create the menu navigation bar. So using the another list, I am going to create the navigation bar, right? Now we know that this will include some list will be written as li, right? This will be the list. So 5 menu that I am going to add under this menu navigation bar. So the first one will be home, the next one will be about us, the third one will be gallery, the fourth one will be query, and the last one will be contact us. So 5 list item that I have written under the another list. So this 5 menu will be allotted for this menu bar as a navigation process, right? So let's see. This is how it will look now. Now here under this menu, I will write again menu ul, right? So I will give the width, that will be 50%, right? And height will be not more than 70 px, right? The height will be same as menu, not more than that, because inside the menu only we have got the another list. So height should not be more than the menu, right? 70 px, the height here it will be 70 px. Now margin will be 0 px, padding will be 0 px, right? Now if I give a background color to show you how it looks, so let me show you how it looks. So you can see height and width I have given for this another list, but you can see as this list item has been appeared in the vertical serial, so that it has to be float right side, no? So what I will do now, just see here, I will write again menu li. So first thing I will do over here, that is I will write float left. So once I have written float left, now you can see this vertical, it is now appearing vertical. Now if I go and click the refresh button, because I have written float left, you can see it will appear one after another in a horizontal way, not in vertical way, horizontal way, right? Now I will write here width will be 20%, not more than that. So once I have written the width as 20%, you can see over here, so it has been divided by 5 equal part. The width of the another list has been divided with 5 equal part, and each of the list item has occupied 20% width. You can see 20% width that has been occupied by each of the list item. Now I will write here text align center. and list style none. Now let us see how it looks. So text align center and list style none. So you can see this dot are nothing but the list style. So I have written list style none. That means this dot will be removed and it will appear right at the center, right? And also this has to be appear right at the vertical center. So how can I do that? If I write here line height 70 px, now what will happen? This will appear right at the vertical center, right? So I will just increase the font size to 24 px and color will be okay. So okay, let's see how it looks. I will not give the color now. This is how it will look. Now I will remove the red color of the another list, right? I don't need to place this color. I will remove the red color. So I have just given the red color to show you that how much width it has occupied, only to show you that I have taken that red color, but I will not give that red color. This is how it will look now. You can see. Now I will also add the logo. So just under the UL here I will add the logo. I will take another div. Let me name this as logo, right? You can see inside this menu div, the left side we have this unordered list, which will work as a navigation bar for these 5 menu, right? 5 menus that I have created under this unordered list, and the right side I will place this logo. So that is why I have taken a div. So let me write the CSS here. So here I am going to write logo, width will be 160 px and height will be 70 px, right? Why 70 px I have taken? Because that height must not be more than the height of the menu height is 70 px, right? So that is why I have taken 70 px height, right? Now here I will write background image, right? I will take a background image from the image folder. So I have taken an image. You can see I have already downloaded some image inside this image folder. So that logo I will take here, right? And background size will be 100%, 100%. Now let me show you how it looks. If I go and click here, you can see this will look here, but this thing has to be appear right here. How this thing will appear right here? If I write float, right, and for this UL, I will write here float left. Okay, for the UL I will write float left, right, and for this logo I will write float right. So now you can see it will appear like this, left and right, right? This will appear at the right and the menu will appear at the left. Now I will do one thing. For this navigation bar I will put a effect, hover effect. So the background color will just change, right? So I'll just going to change the background color, and now this will happen slowly. If I write transition duration 1ish, so you can see I have written transition duration, that will take to 1 second. This color will change, and this color change will take the time of 1 second, right? Let me show you. So here I have to write hover, right? Now just see, right? Now I can also write here that color will also change to white. Now see, right? Fine. Now next step. So here we are going to work under this mid section. So the first thing that I'm going to do here in the mid section, here I will write that background image. I will take a background image. So just see, inside the image folder I have got the image. This image I am going to take here, right? And also here I will write background size, that will be 60% and 100%. Let's see how it looks now, right? You can see 60% width and 100% height, 60% width and 100% height, and it has been repeated twice. So you can also do one thing, you can write that background repeat, no repeat. You just can write this thing to stop the repetition, right? This is how it will look now. Fine. Now you can see, just I will do one thing, inside this mid section I will create another div. So here I will name this div as angle, right? So inside the mid I have created another div. I have given the name as angle, angle. Now here I will write angle, angle. So here what I will be doing now, height will be 100%, right? And width will be also 100%, right? Fine. And the background image, I will take a background image over here, right? And background image will be inside the image folder. I have got this image. This image I will take. Fine, right? Now if I see now this thing over here, now you can see the image which was previously there has been changed. Why? Because you can see inside the mid div I have created another div, that is angle div, and the CSS has written 100% height and 100% width. So that is why the mid div will be hidden. Now if I write here margin left 50%. So now see how it will look. Margin left is 50%. Now you can see horizontal bar appear at the bottom. Why? Because you can see the width of this angle div, that is 100%, and it has taken margin of 50%. So the skin size became 150%, right? So now here I will do one thing, just see, transform skew x 20 degree, right? Minus. Now let's see how it looks. So now this is how it will look, right? But still you can see this bar has not been removed. This bar still exists. So we have to remove this horizontal bar. That is only possible if we can exclude this extra portion of angular div. So how can I just remove the extra portion of this angular div? So for that I will write here inside the mid div, here inside the mid div, here I will write that overflow hidden. Now that means the extra portion which will be overflown, that will not be shown. Now you can see that has been this overflow CSS property and hidden value, this has been applicable to this mid diff. So you can see this mid diff over here, right? So that means the extra portion of angle diff, which is the extra portion which actually had gone out from the mid diff, extra portion, that will not be shown, right? Only the limited portion of mid diff, that will only be shown. Extra portion for the angle diff which has been taken, that means this portion will not be shown. If I just go and refresh the browser, now you can see that horizontal line, the horizontal the bar which was appearing at the bottom, that has been removed now, right? So but we can just see this white space, that is actually the body margin. Simply I will just remove the body margin here. If I write margin 0px, now body margin has been removed, right? So you can see almost the job is done. Now here I will write something. So whatever you want, you can write something over there. So to write that, what you need to do actually, so inside this angle diff, I will take a paragraph P. Now we have to write something, so let me copy it from here. So this thing I will copy, right, and here I will paste it, the same thing. Okay, now let me see how it looks. So you can see this is how it will appear now. So we have to write the CSS. So just see, so here I will write display flex, right, and align item center, right, and now here I will write the CSS for the paragraph which has been placed inside the angle div. So font size will be 32px and color will be white, right, and font family, that will be font 2. So font 2, I have not declared any font 2, so for that I will do one thing. Here I will write again that font 2. For font 2 I will load another font. So this font, right, this font I will load for font 2. Another font face I have created, because using this font 2 user defined name font 2, I will call this font in my text, that is this paragraph which I have taken now, which has been placed inside the angular div. For that paragraph I have used the font 2, so that font will load over here, right. Now let me see how it looks. So you can see, now I will do one thing. Here I will write width 35% and transform skew 20 degree and minus. You can see one thing, the angular div, you can see transform skew 20 degree minus, so it will be 20 degree positive, so that it will compensate. Now you can see it has been skewed 20 degree. Now after I have refreshed, you can see it has been compensated. It will appear state. Why it has been compensated? Because here minus 20 degree, that has been compensated by plus 20 degree under the P. So that is how I have compensated, so that it will appear like this state. Right, now here I will write margin left that will be 100px. Now see, and this is how it will look, right? Now I will give the hover effect. So if I write here angle hover, so if someone bring the mouse cursor over the angular diff, then opacity will reduce to 0.5, right? Opacity will reduce, and another thing will happen, that is angle so the color will change, color of the paragraph, that will be yellow. Okay, so these two things will happen. The angular diff will be affected by the opacity. Opacity will reduce to 0.5, and the paragraph which has been kept inside the angular diff, so that paragraph color will change to yellow. These two things happen, and this will happen slowly. So for that I will write the transition duration 1 is. So now let us see how it looks. If I get the mouse over here, now you can see, right? Now you can see the white portion is visible. Once I bring the mouse over here, to remove the white portion, I will do one thing, I remove this no repeat, so let it be repeated. So now you can see the white portion will not be shown because the picture has been repeated, right? Now let us write the footer over here. So just you can see inside the footer I will take a paragraph P, right? Here I will write just C. So okay, so the footer that has been kept at the bottom. So if I write here display flex align item center and justify content center, right? Now for the footer, so I will write the CSS. I will just increase the font size. Font size will be 28px, right? And color will be, let's say, white. And font family, so I will use that style, this style. You can see, that is why I have declared not this style, sorry, I will use this particular style. So I have called by font 2, you can see font 2, this paragraph, right? Now let us see how it looks. Just see, so you can see the site has been prepared, right? You can see menu, right? And I have kept a hover effect over here. So see, this is a Angular home page which I have created for you. Now also have done the footer. Now let me do one thing. So the page is ready, home page is ready. Now let me just scroll down the coding from top to bottom so that you can revise once, and if you want you can take the photo. Also if you want you can write it down in your notebook, right? Let me just scroll it down from top to bottom so that you can see, you can write it down in your notebook, you can take screenshot, and after that you have to practice, right? You have to practice. Unless you do practice, you will not going to understand. So, and do not forget to subscribe the channel so that I will bring more video that will be informed to you. Subscribe this channel, share this video with your friends, and support me. If you like this video, then please click the like button and click the bell icon, so that when I will upload the next video, you will be informed by the notification message, right? So this is what I have written for designing this page, and thank you very much for paying attention and watching this video till the end. So goodbye, and let me inform you one thing, that not only this video, I have prepared many other videos, and you can find a free course of website designing. The website link that will be given at the description, that you can find from the description, a free course of website designing for the beginners, where the basic HTML has been shown from the beginners level to the pro level. CSS has been shown from the beginners level, and also JavaScript has been shown from the beginners level. So everything has been shown, CSS, HTML and JavaScript from the basic level, from the starting level, considering that this course will be done by the beginners. So considering that, from the perspective of the beginners, the video lecture that has been prepared, a complete free course of website designing. Not only that, after completing the course, you can also give exam. There is option from where you can give online exam. After completing the exam successfully, if you can score 40% of marks or above, then you will be awarded with a certificate. So everything you can find from the website. So that the link of the website that has been provided, you can see in the description below, right? So find it out, and if you like this video, then please click the like button, and do confirm that you subscribe to my channel. So thank you very much. Goodbye for today.